Hello, my absolutely beautiful astrology soulmates. It's me, Stormy Grace, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of November 21st, where we're welcoming in the United States Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Like this week, sometimes we get to this week. There are certain years we get to this week, and I think, oh, okay. But when we get to this week this year, I really am a little bit mindful of kind of the drive or a little bit of this like crazy buzz of energy that's in the air. So I'm mindful as we're walking through this week at all of us taking this little bit of a conscious effort, to be mindful about how we're spending and consuming our energy. What is it that we're actually grateful for? These kinds of concepts are very much so on my radar for the energy this week. As well, I've got a new video out for you, something we don't normally talk about here, but it is a video about how to declutter your astrological practice, because there may be some things that you are doing, some mistakes that you're maybe making that are actually not helping you learn astrology, not letting the astrology help you. So hopefully you guys will like that video. It's a little bit of different take, but something I've definitely seen over the last 8 years of being in practice. So hopefully you'll enjoy that video as well. As always, if you haven't checked out my Astrology Busy book, I would love for you to pick one up. Beautiful word search on keywords to help you really understand the astrology. Having a whole bunch of astrological knowledge is not entirely useful if there's no depth to it. So this is hopefully an attempt to bring the keywords to your attention, bring some depth to what you're doing, what you're learning, and let you make astrology real and have your own translation in your life. And of course, I was really surprised in the last few weeks how many of you wanted to know more about business, more of what I do with money, more about my take and my knowledge on money. And you can find those videos over at my other channel, the Legatia Academy, where if you are trying to build your business, you're an entrepreneur, I help entrepreneurs build profitable businesses so that they can enjoy what they're doing. So if that's what you're interested in, contact me or join me over on Legatia Academy. But for us in the Astro family right here, right, we have got a cosmic sky that is talking to us this week. So let's get in here and interpret and translate what's going on. So first and foremost, as we're coming into this week, it is a new moon week, so we want to keep that in mind. We've also got Jupiter, the ruling planet of the new moon, coming direct this week at the time of the new moon, which is actually really beautiful. And we've got Sagittarius birthday season rolling in. So kind of a nice week of celebration, bringing a big mind, a big plan, a big idea, a big overview of what's been going on in the last year, where you'd like to broaden your horizons, truths that you found out that you're really grateful for that actually help take some of that crazy buzz out of the wind this week. So energy is continuing to move forward as we see new seasons coming in and as we see Jupiter coming direct as well. So we'll get to that once we get to that date. But first and foremost, as we're coming into the week on Monday, we've got the moon moving into the energy of Scorpio. So as we do come into this week, coming in a way that is a little bit deeper, right? Remember, the moon is considered to be in fall in the energy of Scorpio because the moon does want to feel, it wants to go there, it wants to have the emotions, the experience, have reactions. But in the energy of Scorpio, we leave this level, right, which is not superficial. We leave that mid-range and we head to hell and back. So it brings a depth to the emotional energy that is there, and the things that are true for us, the things we've been through, the things we've seen, the things that we don't always love, right? Sometimes saying, no, not everything is great, instead of always seeing the sunny side of life, are really the things that give us more depth. Our experiences give us depth. And this is the space that the moon reaches into as we travel through the energy of Scorpio. So if you're coming into this week and you're feeling a little bit more tender, you're feeling a little bit more vulnerable, or you're feeling a lot more empowered because a good transit or a good activation of a Scorpio moon is very empowering as well, where you're like, yeah, I know who I am and I know what I'm about. So we've got that energy, but there's also a sense of obsession. There's also a sense of mystery that is running, or secrecy that could be running through the week. So I think at the beginning of the week, where I would call your attention is to what is driving you, right? In this week, maybe you're seeing family, maybe you're not, maybe you're shopping, maybe you're not, maybe whatever you've got on your table, what's driving how you're interacting and behaving. This is a great energy to check that out. Now, later in the day, we're going to see Mercury and Venus come into a conjunction with one another. And as these two come into conjunction, it's an interesting dynamic because, first of all, it's the space where what I value, what I think about, and how I communicate need to come together in some way. So one of the first things I think of is, in the people in your immediate space, have you told them, I'm thankful for you? Have you said, I appreciate that you do this because it helps our unit? I appreciate that you do this because it makes you you. Where are we literally speaking love, speaking gratitude, speaking appreciation to the people in our lives? Where are you speaking gratitude and appreciation, to yourself? These are great energies to be looking at that and considering that as we're in the season. Now, Mercury is also quite business savvy, and Venus is financially savvy as well. So as these two come together, the other thing I think of is if you needed to make a deal, you needed to negotiate something, you needed to sign a contract, or you need to haggle a little bit. Our friends who live out of country, this is a great day to haggle for that deal, right? If that's like a part of your customs, bring that in. This is a great day. But also it's particularly social. These two, you've got a planet that wants to talk and make decisions and is thinking about things and communicating, and another planet that's attracting in. So this can be also an attractive day to just be social and bring that element into your life, into your day, which what a time, right? In the United States, we're having our holiday season. So definitely getting together and having a nice social energy to take down some of that crazy buzz. Now, when we get to Tuesday, the sun moves into the energy of Sagittarius. So happy birthday, my beautiful Sagittarian friends. Pull your arrow back so that you can shoot forward. And this is very much so a symbology for us during this season, is truly the sky's the limit. The horizons are broad. The adventure of your life, of your inner world, of the people around you is very real. What pieces of you, where is adventure calling and pulling at you in some way? And for the next 4 weeks, you get the opportunity to let that adventure seeker come to the table, tell you truths about what you value, what is important to you, what do you want to see, what do you want to learn about, where could you use a little bit of optimism, where can you provide some optimism, right? These are all great energies as we travel through the distance of Sagittarian energy, keeping in mind that sometimes to go further faster, you have to get pulled back a little bit. Remember that. When that bow gets pulled back, it's so that it can go and shoot really far forward, okay? Like the bow and arrow of our centaur or our archer. Now, as we continue to travel through the week, we've got this beautiful Sagittarius season. And then on Wednesday, we see the moon enter into the energy of Sagittarius. So we know we're getting prepared for a new moon under this energy. And then later in the day, we see that new moon energy click in at 1 degree of Sagittarius. And at the same time that this is happening, just moments later, we see Jupiter also coming direct in the energy of Pisces. Okay, now we've got, first of all, the new moon. Let's pick this piece apart. We've got the new moon that is our chance to plant our seeds of intention for what we'd like to build in the Sagittarian energies of our chart. Again, where do you want truth? Where do you want adventure? Where do you want advancement? Where do you want to travel? What gives you freedom? What makes you feel like I have all the space in the world to do and to be and to create and to see and enjoy what I'd like to? Plant your seeds of intention to go on the adventure that you would like to go on. And the ruling planet of this particular lunation is coming direct. So as Jupiter is stationing direct here in the energy of Pisces, one of the things that we find out first of all is that truly, think about the symbology. The new moon's happening, the ruling planet is stationing in a different direction. So it is like a calling to, yes, what you want is calling you as well. The fortune, the resources, the opportunity to do that thing are coming online, are moving forward to support you in being able to do that. Not only that, it's interesting, when we saw Jupiter go retrograde in July 28th, it was just there at the new moon in Leo, right? So we were planting seeds of intention of, this is what makes me me. This is what brings me joy. This is what I want to express. Here's the gold and the royalty that I have to deliver. Here's pleasure. Here's fun for me. And Jupiter went retrograde, saying, go within. See if that's true. I want you to check on your insides and see, is that really you? Is that really you, what you want? Is that really what makes you unique? right? Is this really the opportunity you want for yourself? And during the Jupiter retrograde between July and now, some of the structures, some of your internal fortitude, some of your beliefs got tested. Some of the truth about, yeah, you say you want that life, but are you taking the actions to get the wisdom, the experience, and the training you need to actually make that delicious thing a reality? And you get to find out here as Jupiter comes out of retrograde and comes direct here at this particular new moon, if you, where your foundations were weak internally, where your philosophies were weak, where you've grown and now you have some strength and structure there in order to carry that wisdom forward and take you on this great adventure. So what a beautiful day of just, it's such Jupiterian energy. I mean, Wednesday, I just feel like is loaded and wrapped in the concept of Jupiter. So really eat that up and see where that expansion, that intuition, that growth, and that wisdom is a piece of you. The 24th, we have Thanksgiving Day in the United States, but later in the evening, much later in the evening, we see Mercury coming into a trine with Chiron. And I actually think this is kind of interesting because Mercury, our planet of communication, Chiron being the planet of our wounded healer or where it hurts, right? It can kind of hurt, but it's also where we can heal. So as these two come together and we understand that they're making their way all through this Thanksgiving kind of energy, one of the things I would hand you is that St. Francis of Assisi prayer. Seek to understand instead of to be understood. When I'm pushing to be understood and you need to know me, you need to understand me, I need to know me. I need to understand me. Not to force that on somebody else, but to try and see and meet them where they are and then click in and engage. This becomes something different because here, what we're really looking to do with Mercury and Chiron is create a healthy interaction, right? Create interactions that can, I can look into the windows of your soul, I can look into your eyes and sense the actual genuine presence of the universe without seeing what's wrong with you, right? Without trying to make you fit what I think you should be or me to fit you. And instead, we create this really truthful, expansive, fiery conversation with each other that can be so delicious. It lights our souls on fire. And I think, oh my God, wouldn't it be nice to have those kinds of interactions this season, right? We're much different people than we were when we started this year. So take advantage of the changes that have come your way. As we get to Friday, we see that moon moving into the energy of Capricorn, trying to bring it a little bit more serious, questioning our ambitions, making sure that our structures are safe. Do I have what I need to achieve, right? Really some reverence for maybe the parents or for time could be coming to your table as well. The passage of time is very real for all of us. You know, look at your body today versus looking at your body 5 years ago. Where are the evidence of time? You know, where is that evidence? And you can see it. And so you understand that you too are a part of nature, which I just, oh, I'm just all about that right now. Now, later in the day, we see Venus coming into that trine with Chiron, and this is love, right? It's so funny to say this because I don't necessarily promote it, but pass on an energy of healing, valuable love and light to yourself and to others, to situations in your life that are challenging you. You know, when's the last time you asked the universe to show you the brilliance of the challenge that you're taking on because you understand the value of it, that by going through this challenge, I actually am more prepared, I grow, I change, but I also can share and connect with another person on this planet and show them how to get through it. I can avert crisis, I can avert loneliness, I can avert some fear, or I can at least decrease it for someone because I can tell them I've been there, I've been through that experience, and I can show you how to survive it, right? Now, another thing I do think that is important while Venus and Chiron are dancing here is for you to look at the activities of pleasure that you have in your life and see if you are current, right? Does dancing feel right for you right now? Does that kind of workout still match your body? You know, is that body wash that you're using, does it still match your skin? Like, look at your pleasure and your kind of sensual tactics that you're using in your life and see if they're actually bringing the right kind of healing into your own world as well, okay? Now, when we get to Saturday, kind of a quiet day. So we've got energy, that moon in Capricorn continuing to travel, and we're going to feel that vibration all through Saturday. So take some time, get organized, be reverent, feel good with some structure in your life. Go to your own Capricorn area of your life and of your chart, which means look for where Capricorn is happening on your chart. Is it in your first house? Is it in your fifth house? Is it your eighth house? And see emotionally if you feel solid and structured and supported in those areas. Now, when we get to Sunday, we're going to see the moon move into the energy of Aquarius, which is like this is a little bit of that electric energy that is again here at the end of the week. But instead of, just having it be like full blown Uranian electricity, one of the things I think we can take that this moon in Aquarius offers us is a vibration of friendliness, a vibration of innovation. Where on Sunday do you feel like, yeah, man, I don't know, we got through this week, I had these experiences, and today I feel like I'm bonded in with my collective. I'm bonded in with my family. I am a part of the groupings. I feel emotionally a part of a whole. I feel emotionally a part of a greater cause, something that is bigger than just me. And by recognizing me and what I do and how I bring healing, or how I bring unity, or how I bring disunity to the places that I go, makes me feel a part of or separate from the groups that I'm actually a part of. I think what a wonderful day to need to ask and engage those questions for sure. Now, it's also a great day here. I'm looking at just the astrology of the day, where I'm kind of thinking too, in your life and in your world, like, I guess the vision I'm having, it's like a rubbing. So, is this a day on Sunday, maybe even into Monday, where you're needing to actually self massage, maybe get a massage or something like that, but you're ironing something out. Like, I almost think stress relief, like you're ironing out, like, I don't need that anymore. Let's get it ironed out. So let me know in the comment section down below, as you travel through Sunday and Monday of the next week, if that's you. Is there something coming up? Is there something post all of the energy this week that you already have your massage appointment? Like, what is it that's coming up there that's kind of that vision of, let's just iron this out and kind of let it go. So whatever happens for you this week, I'm sending you a lot of love from over here in the gray space. Me and the plants are sending you lots of good vibrations. I hope you have a good holiday if you are celebrating this week. And of course, friends, if you are celebrating holidays, celebrations, anything like that from anywhere in the world, please put it in the comment section down below. Our community, I have found, is super interested, first of all, in learning about these cultural things. I know I for sure am, but also being very kind about the celebrations that are happening around the globe. So make sure you share with us in the comment section down below. And if you have not checked out my mistakes you could be making in astro video, I'll make sure it's linked at the end of this video, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I love you a ton. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.